Hello there everybody, welcome back. I'm here to be talking about Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Now, Sackboy, A Big Adventure is the newest game in the Little Big Planet series released back in 2020. And it follows Sackboy, who is trying to save his friends and his world, Craft World, from the villain in the game named Vex, who is kind of like a jester, dress-looking clown type of creature who wants to destroy his world and make it his own, basically. So going into this game, I remember when I first heard it was announced, I really was interested to check it out because it looked something different, something fresh. And Little Big Planet was one of my childhood franchises for video games, like Uncharted and God of War. Yes, I played those when I was younger. But in all jokes aside, like, I really did love the first two Little Big Planets. The others, but I was curious to check this out. I just never got around to it until for this month for PlayStation Plus. It was free, so I was like, let's give it a try. And before I really dive into the game, it's really apparent that to have fun on this game, you need to have friends, because playing this solo is just not as fun or entertaining as with friends. Because when you're, I mean, that could be said for a lot of games, but the main problems is this game does stuff so drastically different from the other Little Big Planet games. It's hard to really you kind of have to knock it, because a lot of the stuff that made Little Big Planet so much fun and imaginative was there was a create world where you can go to the moon and create levels that you could put out for other players to play, like online, and then you get to play theirs, and it really showed a lot of creativity and fun that a lot of people came up with. And here you don't have none of that. You don't even get to go in the pod, like, you know, customize your pod or travel around or any of that. It's basically you're on 5 or 6 different planets. You do story missions and you just run around there. They have their own little cosmetic shop called Zoom Zooms where you buy outfits and cosmetics and stuff. You get the little collectibles to earn points and all. It's just the whole system is really different. It's not like really bad. It's just a lot of what made Little Big Planet, you know, Little Big Planet is just gone. And it was really disappointing to see. And plus, there isn't really, like, once you really play it, it kind of gets really repetitive and boring after a while. But being a big fan of it, me and my buddy, one of my buddies, we wanted to platinum this game. And for the most part, it's pretty straightforward until there's this one trophy. So there's a bunch of new stuff in the game besides the missions and besides the cosmetic shop. You have this thing called the Knitted Night Trials, I believe is what it's called, which is 15 different races that you have to do, and there's like timers, bronze, silver, gold, to beat it in a certain amount of time. You have to get gold on all 15 of these missions, and then there's this final mission that puts all 15 together. You have to beat it in a row without dying in under 10 minutes. That was really stressful. It was irritating. It was just so frustrating. And it's just stuff like that they know is going to piss people off, they put in the game, really irritates me. It was still rewarding that I was able to achieve it and beat it and, you know, get the cartoon platinum and everything. But it's just, they took out stuff from the game, like the creation of worlds and being able to visit other people's worlds and just have fun. Like, the whole setup of playing with friends was so much better. Here, you can't, it's harder to find people. They're just an option for them to join in. And then none of them really stuck around. They just DC'd and left and everything. It's just the whole setup is just not as fun or enjoyable, in my opinion. And the worlds are okay, but it's just like I said, it's kind of repetitive. You have a jungle world, a snowy world. You have a heavenly world, which is like the final bonus mission world. And those missions are pretty fun, and it's really challenging. It gives you, like, yes. But I will say though, like, when I say there's a lot of repetition, 3 of the boss fights with Vex are literally on this tractor thing with spikes, just different varieties of it. It's just so lazy, in my opinion. It's the same mission 3 different times. And some of the fights were a bit different. There's, for each planet, it's kind of, you can tell, there's like 3 or 4 missions. You have some co-op ones where you have to have a friend. You have those. And then you get to the halfway point where there's a mini boss fight in the middle of the mission. And then at the end, there's a final boss fight. While going through, you can collect collectibles, the knitted trials you have to collect throughout playing the missions to unlock them, to do those. So there's stuff there to keep you going, to collect items and all. But once you beat everything, there isn't really that much replayability, because you can't, like, once you beat all these missions, there isn't really that much to do. You can't go and play other different missions. There is nothing really there. And I have to knock it on that, but it was fun to jump into this world again of Little Big Planet, and I had some good times with my friends on it, but I just don't really see the need to replay it since I've done everything, because there isn't the online component there to replay other people's creative missions. But with all that said, those were my thoughts on Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Like I said, like, there was a lot of negatives to it. I felt like, now thinking and sitting down and just discussing it. But there were some positives. I had some good fun with friends. They did try stuff a bit different. I had more fun in this game than the past couple, like Little Big Planet Garden, or especially Little Big Planet 3. So I had more fun with this game than those. But it just could not live up to the glory of the first 2. And I don't think any of them will be able to, due to just how different and drastically changed the franchise has gone. But like I said, those were my thoughts on it. I would like to know your guys. If you've ever played this game, let me know down below in the comment section. And if you want to hit the subscribe button and the bell as well to get notified when I upload, that'll be great. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!